Hello YouTube! This is my introduction video, and I'll start talking about interesting things next time. Some topics I have planned, because I've been thinking a lot about them, are sort of place memory and, like, sense of place, and my very strange relationship with science fiction. In lieu of a proper introduction where I tell you things, well, I'll tell you my name and my age. My name's Juliet and I'm 19. But in lieu of, like, the proper introduction-y, you know, this is what I do with my time kind of things, I'm going to do Nerimon's YouTube survey, because that is a thing that I could do. Okay, here it is. Tell us about your first kiss. Okay, well, I was 14, and I had this ridiculous, completely massive crush on this guy for a while, and I'd finally, sorry, forgive the jostling, I'm doing this on my laptop, so it's, like, sitting on my lap at the moment. Anyway, I was 14 and I had this massive crush on this guy, and I'd finally worked up the courage to ask him to my school's, like, winter formal dance, called Winter Ball. And it was one of those dances where, like, you wanted to have a date, you couldn't, a lot of people just went with their friends, but you wanted to have a date. And in retrospect, it's just sort of, like, this dance was to completely placate, like, the freshmen and sophomores, because, you know, it's like prom, but it was lame. Prom was kind of lame in some ways, too, but, Winter Ball was lamer. Anyway, so we went, this guy and I, and we were dancing, and we kissed. And, even then, I knew it was pretty awful. He did this thing with his tongue that was kind of, like, unfortunately, the best word I can come up with to describe it is lizardy, and it was just really bad. And then I was trying to be, I don't know, like, feisty or nippy or something, and trying to, like, you know, like, nip his lip, but, you know, gently. You're supposed to do that kind of thing gently, and then it's really nice, but, I was a little bit, overzealous, and so I bit him kind of hard, and, I'm much better at that now, kissing, and, yeah, this is really just too embarrassing to go on. Most expensive casual item of clothing ever bought. I don't really buy expensive clothing, because I figure if it's comfortable and it looks decent, then, you know, who cares, right? So, most expensive. Oh, okay, so, these shoes. Let me go grab the shoes, hold on. Okay, so, these, lighting, there we go. These shoes, there's another one, by the way, it's on the floor. I know, it's just like a plain, like, gray, black, whatever, leather shoe, but they cost me $70 or something like that, and, it's been pretty worth it. Like, they're super waterproof and, like, really comfortable, and, yeah, so, yeah, I'd say they're worth it. First job you wanted as a kid? I honestly can't remember what I wanted to be as a kid. When I was really young. I remember going through an architect phase, so I guess let's just go with that. Yeah, I really loved, and I guess I still love, the idea of designing buildings, because they're functional, you know, you're not designing, it's not, art is cool and all, and it's wonderful, and I love it, but, you know, you're designing something for people to look at. But with buildings, you're designing something for people to use, so that's neat. And yeah, it's cool. Oh, and then somebody told me at some point that there was a lot of math involved, and so I changed my mind, and I was like, oh, I guess I want to be an archaeologist or something. Or, I don't know what I said. Then, more recently, I started to like math again, but I'm still more interested in social sciencey things. Like, I want to be a linguist, which will probably end up meaning, like, college professor or, like, permanent student, so, yeah, that's that. Tell us about your group of school friends. So, our group sort of morphed over time as these things happen, I guess. But one very recognizable phase was, there was there were 8 of us, and we called ourselves the Basic 8, and, well, after the Daniel Handler novel. And I guess basically the only similarity between us and them was that there were, I mean, the Basic 8 in the book was a group of 8 friends. Basically the similarity between us and them was that there were 8 of us, and we went to the same high school as the author. So now you can figure out which high school I went to, if you care to. And, which, I mean, the place figures very prominently in the book. So yeah. I don't want to spoil the book for anyone, you know, but let's just, you know, let's say it's a really, really good thing that we weren't like this fictional group in any other, like, crucial ways, because, yeah, okay, spoiler alert, they kill somebody at the end. We didn't do that, so, yeah. Go us, not killing people. Name your kids, lols. I'm not sure if I want to have kids, or, yeah, I mean, I don't really think I do, and if I do, like, how many or anything like that, and you can't choose their sexes, so, I'm just gonna talk about names, then. I've always thought that for a girl, Genevieve is a really, really pretty name. It's just so beautiful. And, for boys, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite name, but, I guess I like Ian. Like, that's also really nice sounding. Who do you want to answer the survey next? Oh, God, I don't know. How about all of the Nerd Herd of 7 people, Katie and Quibs and all of Melanie and, like, all of those people who I don't really know most of, but I know Katie, and so I sort of know the rest of them by proxy. Start next week, after your introduction post, because I want to see those first. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. Maybe I should have a cool sign-off or something, but I don't, at least not yet. So, bye! Oh, crazy face.